Hey there, it's Duke Ferguson here at Unleash Potential Dog Training here at the Dog House. Have you invested a lot of time and energy into training your dog and you're getting results, very positive results, but then you find there's breakthroughs and there's situations that you just can't excel and get that success through with you and your dog? It could be just a lack of the tools you're using or the motivation, whatever it is, there's lots of approaches. In this video, I'm going to show you how you can introduce a pinch collar to your dog and still maintain a really good, happy attitude while changing their behaviors, getting the dog to think, building a relationship with this tool. Now I know you're like, Duke, pinch collar, ooh, what is that? Or I don't like that, or whatever. Just relax. It's just a training tool, okay? Just like other training tools. So in this video, I just want to give you another view sight, another insight. So I let you sit on the sidelines, watching a private lesson that I do, and then I'll actually teach direct to camera as well on some concepts. So I hope you find this of great value. If you don't want to use the tool, if you're nervous of the tool and you just want to get more education that there's other approaches to maybe what you've seen out there, because the tool does work. Now, it's not a tool that's for every dog or every issue or every person, all right? It's just a tool that I want to give you for your tool belt. So whether you want to use this tool or not, or you're thinking on using the tool and you're just learning and you want more information on another approach on how you can apply this video is for you. It's the first beginning stages with a very young dog who's pretty hardy and barky and a party animal. He's going to be a great, great fun dog. He's going to be amazing. And this is just an intro, okay, on how we'll set the stage to introduce this tool and get a result and build that relationship. This collar is a prong collar, okay? It evenly distributes, just hold there, let him lick. It evenly distributes the pressure all the way around his neck and it doesn't choke. That's what it's supposed to not do. And it's actually supposed to, for dogs that have sensitive trachea, it's actually good because it keeps the pressure away from the trachea. Now it looks like hell. It looks like, right? Unless you're into this type of stuff. So I remember the first time I put it on a dog, I was actually nervous and shaking many years ago. And when you put it on the dog, we need to make sure that, see this ring, this round ring? That's a stopper. That stops this from going any tighter once it's fit. So when I really pull it, I can't get it any tighter. But if you look at that, it looks brutal. It looks like it's in my arm. It doesn't even hurt. I can't, seriously, it's because it's so evenly distributed. It's more of a sharper pressure. So this is never designed to be tight all the time and have the dog drag you. But I will tell you, if we do too much low level for long periods of time, weeks and weeks and weeks, he'll get used to it and there's a thing, you make him tough. You make him tough to it, and then it stops to work. So we want this pinch collar to have meaning. We don't want him to be numb to it where he pulls and doesn't care. But we don't want him to be nervous or scared or shut down. Now here's the rule. When the pinch goes on the dog, you must maintain a loose leash. That's the rule. We're going to teach him how he can keep it loose. Yeah. There's the gentle, hey, pay attention, low-level communication. When you give him some sort of a stimuli, he is going to learn to shut the stimuli off and get the mark and the feed. He already knows the mark and the rewards, right? But you know, just by releasing the pressure is a reward. So when we add the pressure to him, he's going to say, that's not that comfortable. How do I make that go away? We want to do it in a controlled environment the best we can, so it's the least amount of stress. But I will tell you, when you're making him grow to be stronger and better, a little bit of stress that's new, he works through it, he becomes better and stronger. Then you add a little bit more, and a little bit more, and the world goes, and eventually you get your shit together. And it takes time. If we've never experienced any stress or pressure in our life, and then all of a sudden there's a bunch, you don't handle it well and you shut down. That's the problem with the pressure. But it's not the tools, it's the way we use the tools, you know what I mean? So what we need to do is fit it. When I fit it, and I put it on him, when it goes on your dog, I want to be able to get a finger or a finger and a half between the prong and the dog's skin, but not this much. Okay? When I pull this is your D ring. You see it's like a D. And this is the O ring. So that's how this will work. And it loosens. you're going to do two things. You will be giving pressure. Dog yields, releases the pressure. So pressure and release. Okay. Now, there's the pressure release to teach, but then there's also pop, 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 pop. Puppy stuff, you know how when he walks, we pop a little tiny bit, or we poke. I don't know if she's touching those, but we do the little guys, and they just to redirect attention. They're already getting a little poke to redirect attention to food. So notice it's in a room, it's less distracting, we have some food. Now, watch this. Where I normally will hold a leash, this is where this goes. And when he wants to leave, immediately in the beginning, today, I don't want him to just hit the end of it. It's, okay? He's feeling that there, like, look, he's on his own, okay? He doesn't know what to do. Break. So what I will do, there's really no one way, right? So he knows to sit. So if I add pressure, I release the pressure, break, okay? It's just the thing is he has to feel the pressure to think about it. So don't speak. Pressure on, just gentle. Pressure off. That's his first reward. Break is his second. And this is a little new and it's itchy and he'll have to adapt to that a little bit. Now if he's going to go this way, I'm going to go the other way. This is pressure and release. Pressure, yeah, it's a good boy, break. All right, and I just let him feel it over and over and over, but not any higher distractions than this. So this can be, look, this way. Yeah, good boy. Break. So he is getting the pinch. I let him experience this. Okay? So when I'm walking, he goes. If he goes one way, this is good. Break. I'll release him. Now I'm going to say, come, and give him a little pop. Everything I want him to feel, sit, break. Okay? Pressure on, pressure. A little, and it becomes a game. You just make a game with a pinch collar, so it becomes a pinch collar game, right? It's like, I'm going to go, and if you're going to get the stimulation, you didn't move fast enough. Simon says go, or we go. So we go, move, pop, pop, hey, buddy, and I stop. The pressure on, off. Try not to do too much, right? I move, and I stop. Boy. So when you're walking, good boy. Okay, we get closer to this dog, and then look, come this way. Good boy, there's the pinch. Feet in motion if you want. And look, he heals. Good job, buddy. Ah, break. He turned. Technically, I want him to feel that pinch, but right now I want to see what he's like. He's actually pretty good. He knows more than, yeah, good for you. I'm smiling behind this ugly thing. So, you're going to take over. Who wants to go? Here's the rule. Always loose leash. If it's going to get tight, see how it's not really tight? Yeah. But if it's going to get tight, my hands are low because I'm not pulling and choking him. And if he's going to jump, I'm just going to... And if you make it... Listen, here's the big thing. Once he's conditioned and understands it, don't be afraid to make a mistake. He'll forgive you in a heartbeat. I trust you. He will. But we do that. There's a lot of people who are too scared to make the mistakes in the future, and actually he will get comfortable with this low level, and you might need just a little bit more of a tug in a situation, and he'll know. So this is good. So keep your hand nice and low, relaxed, and you can even let that left side go. Now take a turn, let him feel it. Now, once he feels it and responds, mark and feed. So you can feed him. That a boy. Exactly. So he goes. There you go. And you go towards that dog. Good for you. Gave a little tug. Did you see that? She gave a little tug, and he engaged with his head. Now, perfect. Nice and gentle there. Now feed that. Keep walking. You can keep him in the motion too, right? So stop for a moment. We'll explain that. He went, distracted from you. You're gone. You gave a little hey, poke, and a kiss, right? The kiss came after. As soon as he turns, you want to be like, hey, buddy, yeah, and show him the money right there. What you're doing is like that poke and a kiss. And keep motion right there. Excellent. And you're trying to find what levels work for him. And I'll tell you, they would be very light right now. Once he gets a little comfortable, you'll see he wants to pull more after. But you're going to find a level after a while, because it is leash training, that it's just one or two little tick. We want his emotional response when he feels the pinch to respond to you with very good, happy heart, okay? Make it worthwhile. Paying attention to you should be the best thing in the whole world. It's your dog, it's a relationship. What is love? What is respect? You gotta build that by training your dog and not being scared to put a pinch collar on your dog, right? Because there's ways to use the tools that makes joy, brings the relationship closer. People think just pinch collars are farthest from the relationship, and they push you away from your dog, and it hurts your dog, and it's abusive and all that. No, the word abuse, look it up, it's from us. It's how you would use that. That's a tool. I take my truck, I go downtown, I road rage. Truck's not an inhumane thing, it's a tool. I'm the nut bar behind the wheel. What we need to do is have less frustrated people behind the wheels of the tools. We have people and trained people that love their dogs. When people love their dogs are usually unruly. They're unruly because they're often loved to death. They're loved too much. They're given everything. And then they get frustrated. They don't know what to do. And there's so much. Do this, do that, do this, do that. This side of the fence, medieval torture tools, shock collars, pain, blah. And then you got your clicker training only type, religion. Who's right, who's wrong? There's no right or wrong, folks. It's doing it with skill, with intention, with love, with compassion, with meaning. Like, you gotta have a goal. And then you gotta say, okay, it's not a matter of slamming and pinching a dog and just banging them. Right? I've done that years and years ago. It worked. Loose leash, no problem. But the loose leash never gave you a waggy tail like back then. Not quite to that extent. Not to what we do now. Right? But you're looking at 25, 35, 40 years of screwing it up. Don't be scared to make a mistake. You have a relationship. And in a relationship, there's trust and a bond and love and respect. And maybe you don't have all of that, but you got some of it. As you got trust, you can make a mistake. All right? The goal is try not to, but how do you learn in life? How do you really learn and grow in life? If it's from success, you were in a struggle. There's only two things in life, right, we're at. You have struggle. The dog is struggling to get what he wants, and he barks at everything in the world. I bark, bark. He's a young teenager. They all do that. What I like about dogs is they're just doing it when they're not drunk. It's easier to communicate with the dog than it is the teenagers. So, look at this. There's a pinch collar. This is how a pinch collar should be conditioned. And go get as close as you can there with that camera, like right up on him, man. It's just, okay? And yes, people could say, oh, there's no distractions. Well, I study in the library. I don't go to a local pub to study. This is where I want to study, because why? We create success. We build this relationship. They're building a communication system because this is the first time this puppy's ever had a pinch collar on. Okay? People see pinch collars, they say, oh, why don't you use positive reinforcement? Take a look a little closer. People see the pouch and the marks and the clickers we use, they're like, oh, you should try a pinch collar, the dog's not working well. You say, you should see us in a week or two. All right? People are too quick to judge. You guys, you gotta relax. Yeah, it's a puppy, it's a pinch collar too, but it's being done right. You want to avoid the unpleasantry in tools and all the stuff that the haters will say, because they're not all wrong. They're wrong about the tool. It's the pressure is the issue. The tools, if you know how to use them, you don't have to road rage and drive downtown and kill people. You can go down and get a coffee and come back and get more coffee and even cake for everybody. That's a great tool now. As he's walking with me, it's loose. And slide down. And then he sits by your left side. And the money comes. So I do it again. Good boy. So again, I prepare for the stop. Sit. Okay, he's a little reactive to the hand. And we say, sit there. Release the pressure. Take up some slack. Feed right there. Want a new tip to heel with no pinch? Without the two-step. Place board. And we can do a heel game. And you can actually teach him also to go to the left, right and left sides, different names. But right now we have, this is heel, okay? And I'd say to him, look, the food is low. Watch this. He needs to look in my eyes. I'm already adding distraction. When he looks up to me, which is what you guys will be doing, teaching him this, everywhere I go, break, he goes. And he runs. I don't want him to hit the pinch collar. Now watch, he comes in and back into a beautiful position that I like. So I'll say heel, break, and I throw. If you can get him to think by doing nothing. When I talk to you, I train a dog. I do that all day, and that's where I don't get tired training dogs all day, right? Yeah. Pressure to sit and release. So there's so many things you can do. So sit break game for pinch, but literally make it sort of a game that when we're gonna go, you hit that pinch like kind of a, he flies into, because look at puppies, right? Yeah, look at this. Look at that, okay? Run, sit, break, and we play, right? Feed, and I'll press sit, break. Ah, what a good boy. Touch him, feed him. Be fun. Put your favorite song on and dance the heck out of it for repeat. There's 1 or 2 songs. If he's really being a pain in your ass, say, I'm gonna give you my attention. Turn the music on. All right, so I hope you got good value from this and that you got your tunes picked out. You might not need much just to get to that next level. And this is another tool and an approach that helps you a little bit more of a positive aspect versus some of the negativity that we see on the internet. So I hope you find that helpful. And if you do need extra help, you want coaching from myself or one of my trainers or any online video training, then go to unleashpotential.ca. You can actually, or dukeferguson.com, and you can get my free video series there, as well as reach out to us for some help. So I hope to see you in the next video. And don't forget to like and subscribe so when I drop another video, you'll be the first to know. Thanks for watching.